Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the first competition of today's event. All 8 trucks have been bracketed in a random order, and they will now battle it out on that track for the fastest time. I know this crew is ready, but everyone else in Sacramento, who's ready for JCB Racing?
Coming up first from Lafayette, Louisiana, it's Blake Granger, Monster Dalmatian. And his opponent, all the way from Huntington, West Virginia, make some noise for Cliff Turner, Velociraptor. This is the 3rd meeting between both of these drivers, with Monster Dalmatian at 2-0. Who will take home the next JCB Racing win? Your winner is Monster Dalmatian. Once again, Monster Dalmatian will be moving on to the semifinal round. Coming up next from Cadillac, Michigan, it's Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. Racing against that apex predator from Oak Harbor, Washington, make some noise for Carson Williams, Thunder Roris. This is the 2nd meeting between both of these Monster Jam superstars, right now with Jurassic Attack at 1-0. They're approaching the starting line. In order to take off, they must wait for all amber lights to go. We've got 3 amber lights. That's 4. Let's go racing! Your winner is Jurassic Attack. Unfortunately, Thunder Roris has been disqualified for that race pass where he hit the turn pole. Once again, Thunder Roris has been disqualified. If you keep your attention up there on the video board, there you see it. Jurassic Attack is moving on. Once again, there you see it in the 2nd matchup of the JCB Racing competition. Jurassic Attack has now moved on into the semifinal round. Unfortunately, Thunder Roris was disqualified. That 2nd race pass, we saw him hit their turn pole. So once again, Jurassic Attack is moving on. Let's keep this thing going. Let me hear you get loud for the man from Whittier, California, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. And his opponent behind the wheel of that black and green wrecking machine. Make some noise for Matt Cody, Grave Digger. This is the very first meeting this season between both of these veteran Monster Jam drivers. There you see it. They're heading to the starting line. Before they can take off, they must wait for all amber lights to go. There they are. Let's go racing. Your winner is El Toro Loco. There you see it up on the video board. Super glued to the action replay. Gravedigger also has managed to hit the turn pole, so Gravedigger has been disqualified. Since Gravedigger is disqualified, El Toro Loco will be advancing on. Fourth and final matchup of round one from Fullerton, California. Put your hands together for Ashley Sanford, Megalodon. And her opponent from Rockport, Texas. Let's hear it for Alex Barden, Earthshaker. This is the third meeting between both of these Monster Jam drivers, with Earthshaker at 2-0. Megalodon is looking to take home her first racing win this season, and the first one against Earthshaker. Both of the drivers are seated and ready to head towards the starting line. There you hear the engines are revved up. Earthshaker has set. Megalodon is ready. She's heading on up to that starting line, waiting for all four amber lights to go. We've got four. Let's ride. A second, Monster Jam fans, too close to call. The officials are going to have to take a look at the replay to evaluate that fourth and final. And I've just been told your winner is Earthshaker. Monster Jam fans, a very exciting round one of the JCB Racing competition. There you see it. First up, Monster Mutt Dalmatian versus Velociraptor, with Monster Mutt Dalmatian moving on to the semifinal round. Then second and third matchup, we saw Jurassic Attack versus Thunderoris, El Toro Loco versus Gravedigger. Both Thunderoris and Gravedigger did get disqualified for hitting that turn pole, and both Jurassic Attack and El Toro Loco have now advanced on. Final matchup, Megalodon and Earthshaker, with Earthshaker moving on as well.
All right, Sacramento, we are now down to the four fastest trucks. That means it's time for the JCB Racing semifinals. Well, we'll see them all race it out to see who gets to move on to the finals and race for a chance at the first 8 points of today's competition and the #1 spot in that BKT overall event rankings. Sacramento, I know they're ready. But are you ready for more JCB racing?
First matchup of the semifinal round is Jurassic Attack versus Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Your winner is Monster Mutt Dalmatian. That was the 8th meeting between both of those Monster Jam drivers, with Monster Mutt Dalmatian at 5-2. He is now at 6-2. And Blake Granger has now moved on to the final round of the JCB racing competition. We've got one finalist. We need one more. Last matchup of the semifinal round. It's El Toro Loco versus Earthshaker. Moving on to the final round, it's El Toro Loco. That was also the 8th meeting between both of those Monster Jam superstars, with Earthshaker at 6-1. El Toro Loco now moving on. It is now 6-2 between these superstars. Unfortunate news for Earthshaker, losing power during that last matchup. But once again, El Toro Loco will be our finalist against Monster Mutt Dalmatian coming up soon. Monster Jam fans, keep in mind that St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is partnering with Monster Jam right now to raise money to save lives for children that are fighting cancer. Keep in mind that while we are here enjoying Monster Jam, these kids are at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital fighting for their lives. We encourage everyone in Sacramento to go ahead and donate to the organization. You can even donate on behalf of one of your favorite drivers here on the series. In a moment, you'll see the QR code up on the video board for you to scan. Monster Jam fans, once again, these drivers do not receive a single dime of the donations. It goes straight to St. Jude, 50 cents, $1. Go for it. Scan the QR code up on the video board, and let's make an impact on another child's life at St. Jude.
Sacramento, I'm here with Ja, and we're chatting about an intense JCB racing that we're seeing right now, and I want to take a moment to sort of loosen things up a bit. And Ja, I've got something for you. We call it Helmet Shuffle. What we're going to do, and it's presented by St. Jude, what we're going to do is we're going to take a trophy, we're going to cover it with a helmet, and then we're going to move that helmet around, and you just got to tell me what helmet the trophy's under. Can you do that for me, John?
Yeah.
Says yes. There's only one way to find out. What we're going to do is we're going to shuffle those helmets, and of course, Sacramento, feel free to help out. Keep an eye on where that trophy is. And of course, if someone's to help, oh, still going. And again, this is presented by St. Jude. Of course, here we're big fans of St. Jude, and we're always trying to help donate to St. Jude and help that great cause. But speaking of great causes, Ja, you got to decide, is that helmet under 1, 2, or 3? I'm seeing a lot of 2s in the crowd. Which one do you think it is?
1. I want it.
Says 1. Let's see if it's 1. It's not under number 3. Not under number 1. It is under number 2. Ja, sorry about that. But you know what, Ja? I'm so happy that you were able to play this helmet shuffle with us. And I want to make sure that you get to go home with a little something. So what we're going to do is, competing in our finals, we have Monster Mutt Dalmatian. I want you to go home with this for being such a good sport. Everyone in Sacramento, let's hear it for Ja. Big round of applause for that incredible job.
In case you missed it earlier, Monster Jam fans, go ahead and scan the QR code up on the video board. Right here at Monster Jam, we are looking to raise money for children at St. Jude. Like we say all the time, we'd rather 1 million people donate just $1 than one person donate $1 million to raise awareness. Imagine how much money we could raise if everyone in this arena donated $1 to St. Jude.
Golden One Center, it is now time for the JCB Racing Finals. Our two fastest trucks are going to go out on that track and go as fast as they can to see who can secure the first 8 points of the event. I know this rowdy crew is ready, but everyone else in Sacramento, who's ready to meet your JCB Racing finalists?
Coming up first, it's our 2025 Arena Racer of the Year, Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And his opponent, celebrating 25 years since the debut of that crazy bull. Let's make some noise for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. This is the 6th meeting between these drivers with Monster Mutt Dalmatian at 4-1. We are waiting for all 4 amber lights to go on before they can take off at the starting line. Let's go racing! Your winner is Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Blake Granger celebrating yet another victory during the JCB Racing competition. This right here just demonstrated why he was our 2025 Arena Racer of the Year. Total competition wins for JCB Racing for Blake Granger is now 8. He is now the fastest man on Arena Championship Series West. Over 82% race win percentage so far. There you see him hanging outside of the window of that puppy dog. Blake Granger from Lafayette, Louisiana. Sacramento, let's show him some love one more time.
Blake, as Eunice said, 2025 Arena Racer of the Year. It don't matter if it's a big track, small track, any track, you bring it, you got it done.
100%, man. This dog's hungry, and we're just ready to have a good time for our first time right here in Sacramento, California. I get to meet all you beautiful Monster Jam fans. I got my beautiful family back home watching. I'm fired up, man. I'm ready. We did not finish on the right track in Tacoma last weekend, so we're going to bring it right here tonight in Sacramento.
All right, well, two-wheel skills is coming up next. Completely different competition. How do you think this track is going to benefit you coming up?
Man, I'm looking at this track, and this track is exactly what I need to perform my best at the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. And you know what's even better is you guys are the judges, judgeszone.com. The only way I can win this next competition and the only way I can come back on this pod and party with you guys right here in Sacramento is taking that win. So I promise you guys, I'm going to balance this beautiful puppy dog on his front 2 BKTs. I'm going to flip it on his rear BKTs. I might flip this truck upside down. I want you guys on your feet making noise. Let me hear you. Woo!
Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
First attempt from Cliff Turner, all the way from Huntington, West Virginia. What we just saw was a popper attempt up onto the pod. He still has one more attempt left.
Scoring is now open at judgeszone.com. Make sure to scan the QR code to take you to judgeszone.com. Use the city code SAC for Sacramento, and then slide that BKT tire up or down to lock in the score. You've got 20 seconds, and when you do, let me hear you give it up for Cliff Turner in Velociraptor.
Monster Jam fans, one thing about Cliff Turner is that as a rookie right now on the season, he still goes for some of the hardest maneuvers. There you see it, a stoppie into a little bit of a moonwalk over the pod. Like I said, he's joined Monster Jam for the first time here in 2026 this season, spearheading Arena Championship Series West alongside 7 other competitors. Scores are locked at judgeszone.com, and the score for Cliff Turner is 5.578. Great score right out of the gate, and your score to beat. Coming up next, he's behind the wheel of that Apex Predator, all the way from Oak Harbor, Washington. It's Carson Williams, Thunder Roris. First attempt from Carson Williams, another stoppie, balancing on the nose and then moonwalking that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck across the pod. He still has one more attempt remaining.
Scoring is now open. Lock 'em in for Carson Williams in Thunder Roris.
Monster Jam fans, Carson Williams has only been competing since 2024 in Monster Jam. The way he just controlled that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck so effortlessly on the track is something that a longtime veteran would typically be doing. But this is only his 3rd season, and he managed to have 2 successful attempts. The score for Thunderoris is 8.517, new leader and new score to beat. Monster Jam fans, just take a look at that super glue glued to the action replay. Carson Williams up on the nose of that Apex Predator, balancing the 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck and then sending it backwards in a moonwalk up onto the pod, landing that attempt effortlessly. Once again, give it up for Carson Williams. We're going to keep this competition going. Coming up next, from Williamsport, Maryland, let me hear you get loud for Matt Cody, Grave Digger. Full moonwalk straight across the pod, and he lands it on all four BKT tires. Matt Cody still has one more attempt left.
Scoring is now open. Lock 'em in for Matt Cody in Grave Digger.
Matt Cody just showed us why he is a veteran in the sport, and he has earned the seat behind the wheel of that black and green wrecking machine, Grave Digger. Not only did he accomplish his first attempt and moonwalked across the pod, that second attempt was a popper up onto those front two BKT tires as he balanced the nose of the truck all the way to the edge of the pod and flicked it back on its back two BKT tires. Currently, your score to beat is with Thunderoris with an 8.517. And the score for Grave Digger is 9.210, new leader and new score to beat. Keep your attention up on that super glue glued to the action replay. Once again, Matt Cody makes it look like it's easy as he skates across the pod. That was the very first attempt during his two-wheel skills challenge run. But Monster Jam fans, if you look at the track, it looks like we have somebody else that is ready to take charge, ready to take a bite out of that track. Please help me welcome from Fullerton, California, Ashley Sanford, Megalodon. Straight up chasing Matt Cody off the track. Ashley did not come to play. First attempt that we just saw. Reverse popper onto those back two BKT tires for that first maneuver. Ashley Sanford does still have one more attempt remaining. Our US HRA tech officials want to make sure she is able to refire so that she can complete her second attempt during the two-wheel skills challenge.
Scoring is now open. Give it up for Ashley Sanford in Megalodon.
Monster Jam fans, Ashley Sanford does qualify for a score at judgeszone.com. Keep in mind, each of these superstars is counting on all of you, the fans, to get that score in. The clock starts ticking down from 20 seconds the moment the run is over. So make sure you get that in as fast as you can. And don't forget to hit that submit button before scores are locked. It looks like right now, scores are tabulating. And they're coming in just a moment for Megalodon. Looks like scores are locked, and the score is 3.850. One more time for Ashley Sanford. Ashley Sanford is one of our leading ladies in Monster Jam. Excited to be out here in her home state. Once again, throwing it down in Sacramento, California. She's going to head back to the pit area where she'll make sure that her crew chief can double check that Monster Jam truck to make sure she is ready to go for Monster Jam Freestyle. And there you see up on the leaderboard, so far, Matt Cody and Gravedigger is the only driver to have crossed that 9-point threshold. But right on his tail end, Thunder Roar is also a great score, 8.517. We've got Velociraptor and Megalodon as well, back to back. But we still have 4 more competitors ready to hit the track.
Monster Jam fans, the competition has already been incredible here in Sacramento, but we've got a little bit more of a competition here as I got some folks who have been absolutely enjoying the event so far. Now, you guys are pretty excited. You having a good time so far here at the event?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. She's so excited. I love this. So Sacramento, what we got here is name that truck, and you three are all going to work together to see if you can name the truck. This is how it works. It's super easy. We are going to put a truck up on the screen, but you can't see what it is yet. And as we reveal it, you just got to let us know what the name of the truck is. Now, Sacramento, we got a great crew here. Let's help them out as we reveal this truck. Looks like it might be a dinosaur. Looks like a stormy one, a lightning and a thundery one maybe. A little roaring to it.
And
What was that?
Thundersaurus.
Thunderosaurus, is that it? It is, it's Thunderosaurus, you guys got it. Sacramento, let's give them a big round of applause. What an incredible job these three did. They worked together and we worked together as a city. That's how Monster Jam does things. We're all together. Now, as we get the track ready for more action, I have one question for you. Who's ready for more Monster Jam?
Coming up next from Lafayette, Louisiana, he's our 4-time series champion. Make some noise for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. First attempt was a combination. Monster Mutt Dalmatian still has one more attempt left.
Scoring is now open. Lock 'em in for Blake Granger in Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Once again, Blake Granger has just demonstrated why he is a four-time series champion here at Monster Jam. We just saw two incredible attempts, but they were also combinations from the man behind the wheel of that puppy dog. Stoppies into moonwalks, up, back and forth across the pod. Blake Granger fully has showed us why he walks that dog. Complete control of that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck. But was it enough to impress you at judgeszone.com? Currently, your score to beat is with Gravedigger, a 9.210. And the score for Monster Mutt Dalmatian is 9.223. New leader and new score to beat. Keep your attention up on the video board. There you see it. Super glued to the action replay just sends that Monster Jam truck up and over the pod. He got a little bit of air, a little bit of pogo action, if you will, in that second attempt during the two-wheel skills challenge, and he manages to make sure that puppy dog lands on all fours. Sacramento, make some noise one more time for Blake Granger. One more attempt left for that crazy bull. One more attempt.
Lock those scores in at judgeszone.com and make some noise for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco.
Monster Jam fans, for a moment there, we saw Armando on the side of the pod, a little bit tilted, and he just showed why he is our 2024 Two-Wheel Skills Challenge World Champion. He managed to maintain control, being face down towards the dirt, tail of the bull in the air as he went up and over the pod backwards. But was it enough? The score for El Toro Loco is 8.771, a great score still for El Toro Loco, enough for third place. Put your hands together one more time for Armando Castro. Keep in mind, Monster Jam fans, if you don't like the scores that you are seeing, all of these drivers are counting on you, the fans, to score at judgeszone.com. So make sure you are ready at the end of every run to get that score in before scores are locked. We've got another competitor out on the track, all the way from Rockport, Texas. Make some noise for Alex Barden, Earthshaker. First attempt, moonwalk, and then a little bit of wheelie action back up onto the pod. Earthshaker still has one more attempt remaining.
Scoring is now open. Lock them in for Alex Barden in Earthshaker.
Alex Barden, one of the fastest drivers in the sport, spearheading Arena Championship Series West, and now he is even working diligently to enhance all of his two-wheel skills. We saw 2 attempts out there on the track from Earthshaker. He's looking to take home his first skills win on the series this season. Let's see if what he did was enough to impress you at judgeszone.com to receive a high score. Currently, your score to beat is with Monster Mutt Dalmatian, a 9.223. And the score for Earthshaker is enough for 5th place, 7.176. Score to beat still belongs to Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Coming up soon, we have another competitor, but first, take a look at Earthshaker once again balancing the nose of that dump truck up on the pod as he shifts forward and backwards, maintaining control. Keep in mind, these monster trucks do weigh 12,000 pounds. And there he lands it on all 4 BKT tires. Coming up next, our final competitor of the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. He's out here representing Team Throttle Monster, leader of the pack. Please help me welcome Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack.
Scoring is now open. Get loud for Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack.
Tim Hall Jr. has the most two-wheel skills challenge wins so far this season. First time he has rolled during the two-wheel skills challenge. Unfortunately, a little too much over rotation as he slid down the pod. Couldn't quite land on all four of those BKT tires. Nonetheless, he does still qualify for that score at judgeszone.com. Monster Jam fans, this is your final opportunity to score during the two-wheel skills challenge. So make sure you hurry up and get that score in. Scores are just about locked at judgeszone.com. Keep your eyes on the replay. There you see it. As he leans over, going down the pod. Unfortunately, he could not maintain control to be able to keep that Monster Jam truck on all fours. But either way, the dinosaur is still up and running. Tim Hall Jr. is proud of that attempt. He is out on the track, excited to be representing his team, leading the pack. The score for Jurassic Attack is 6.273, which means your two-wheel skills challenge winner is Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Blake Granger is taking home the second competition of the weekend right out of the gate. He now has the next 8 points of the competition, putting him one step further and closer to that BKT overall event championship. There you see him out on the track. He wants you all to get loud. He wants you all to bark real hard for that puppy dog. Sacramento, keep that applause going for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Blake, man, I felt it. You were just getting started, and boy, are we just getting started here in Sacramento or what?
100%. Are you guys having fun in Monster Jam? Let me hear you. Man, oh man. We're just getting started, man. We still got the best competition coming up next, and that's Monster Jam Freestyle. And I'm coming off a Monster Jam World Finals Freestyle Championship last year, July 4th weekend in Salt Lake City, Utah. And I tell you guys what, I am ready to tear that puppy dog straight into the ground. Like I said earlier, we had a rough ending last weekend in Tacoma. It just wasn't my night. And you know what? When you get knocked down, you get back up, you straighten up, you hold your head up, and you come back fighting. And that's exactly what we're doing right here in Sacramento. We want this championship. We want to have fun with you guys. So you know what? We're going to tear it up in freestyle, baby. I just can't wait. But hey, I got one question for you guys, and I want to hear you guys barking as loud as you can. Where are my dogs at?
Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Robert Heslop, Jimmy Hill, and Sharon LaRue, the riders of Monster Jam Freestyle Motocross. Our riders are going to go around and around this pod here and hit that jump for you. We only have one request, and that is the louder you scream, the higher they fly. All right? That's it. The louder you scream, the higher they fly. Let's give it a try, all right? Go! Monster Jam fans, this is all gearing up for the best trick competition. Oh, they are just getting warmed up for you, Sacramento. I'm going to need you to make some noise. Monster Jam fans, it is now time for the FMX Best Trick Competition. Our Monster Jam FMX riders are going to give you the very best that they have, and all we need you to do is score their run at judgeszone.com, judgeszone.com. When that screen goes red, you'll have 20 seconds on the clock to put in those scores for our very talented Monster Jam FMX riders. Now, I only have one question for you, and that is, who's ready for the FMX Best Trick Competition?
Coming up first, he's right in his home state, but from Marietta, California. Give it up for Taylor Eddins. He's on that Yamaha 450. This is his third season competing with Monster Jam. Let's see what trick he pulls out of the bag for us tonight.
Score it now at judgeszone.com, judgeszone.com. You have 20 seconds to scan the code to get that score in and use that code SAC.
There you see Taylor Eddins, a strong maneuver right out of the gate, demonstrating flexibility and control behind the handlebars of that bike. Let's see what you gave him at judgeszone.com. The score for Taylor Eddins is 7.898. That is the score to beat. Coming up next for the first time this season, I need everyone to get loud one time for Robert Haslam. He's fly in his white and blue and red behind the handlebars of that bike. His goal is to ride from one side of the arena to the other, and he knows he's going to impress all of you fans.
Whoa, pulling out the backflip for Sacramento. Score it if you love it at judgeszone.com, judgeszone.com. Again, 20 seconds. Use that code SAC.
Judging from the reaction, it looks like you fans were impressed by that no-handed backflip that we just saw from Robert Haslam. Keep your attention on the video board. Smooth execution as he lands it perfectly down the middle of the fancy airbag. Brought to you by Monster Jam. Scores are locked, and the score for Robert Haslam is 8.750, new leader and new score to beat. Our third competitor of the Best Trick Competition from Roseburg, Oregon, make some noise for Jimmy Hill. Also on a Yamaha 450, he's been competing for 13 years. Let's see what Jimmy does for us tonight right here in Sacramento, California.
Another backflip. Sacramento loves backflips. Let's see what this one will net. Score it now at judgeszone.com, judgeszone.com, and use that code SAC.
Another backflip with a twist, literally, as Jimmy Hill flew high. We saw a little bit of a boomerang, is what I like to call it, with that right leg twisted backwards over the seat of that bike. But was it enough? The score for Jimmy Hill is 9.109, new leader and new score to beat. We have one final competitor of the best trick competition from Phoenix, Arizona. It's Jared LaRue. Jared has been in the game for quite some time, 11 years strong, competing in Monster Jam. He's also one of our international riders. He's been to 6 out of the 7 continents, and he throws it down every single time he hits the track.
Wow, a wicked whip from Jared LaRue. Nobody does it better. What do you think, Sacramento? Score it at judgeszone.com. Judgeszone.com. Scan the code. Use the code SAC.
It's moves like that that have earned Jared LaRue the Monster Energy Freestyle Tour Best Whip Award. There you see it up on the video board. Keep your attention on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. Biggest and baddest whip I've seen in quite some time. But was it enough? The score for Jared LaRue is 9.414, which means he is your best trick competition winner. One more time for Jared LaRue.
Sacramento, if you think we're done, oh no, we've got more FMX freestyle motocross action coming your way. Our Monster Jam riders are going to hit that jump. One right after the next, after the next, after the next, in a train formation. Coming through the station with a whip train. I don't know, Sacramento, that was pretty cool. Do you want to see more? Yeah, they want to see more. All right, this train's loading up and getting ready to leave the station. Can I get a big choo-choo? There we go. If you like what you saw so far, I think we can convince our Monster Jam riders to do one more train. Sacramento, do you want one more? Yeah, all right. But I'm going to need you on your feet so we can touch the top of the golden one center together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, get up! Finishing strong with that backflip train. Give it up for the riders of FMX.
Monster Jam fans, if you loved what you just saw and were entertained, I need you to give it up one more time for Taylor Eddins, Robert Haslam, Jimmy Hill, and Jared LaRue, our US FMX team.
Down here with the winner of the FMX Best Trick Competition, Jared LaRue. Jared, you always bring the best trick. You always, I mean, it's fire, man. It's so good, and the best trick just keeps getting bester. How do you do it? How do you improve upon it every single time?
Honestly, it's just the motivation that I have. You know, the guys I get to ride with, each and every one of these dudes comes out here and crushes it all the time. You know, honestly, a big shout out, not even mostly Robert Haslam. We had talked him out of retirement to actually be here today. So, you know, just straight off the couch, straight into everybody's hearts. We really like that, you know, little warm things.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, you guys are a brotherhood. You're a family. You all ride together. You travel the world together. Sacramento, a little bit different. You got to come screaming out of that tunnel. What's that perspective like when you're coming out here, you're hitting that jump immediately, and soon you're up in the sky?
To be honest with you, when you turn into the runway, you can't even see the top of the landing. So you just make it work, dude. It's great. You know, we come out here each and every year. You know, every time we come to Sacramento, the crowds are awesome. Every event we do. So thank you guys, you know, for each and every one of you to vote for us, vote for the trucks. You know, spend your hard-earned money, hang out with us here on a Friday night. But, you know, most of all, who's ready for freestyle and monster trucks?
I know this guy is. He's the FMX Best Trick Competition winner. Give it up one more time for Jared LaRue.
Sacramento, California. We've reached the pinnacle of today's event. It's time for Monster Jam Freestyle.
Hang on a second, Monster Jam fans. The clock is paused with 30 seconds left, making sure that Alex Barden can continue this freestyle run. He was off to a great start, but it looks like he's not. We thought he was stuck on the pod. Let's pump him up for some more momentum, Sacramento. Hang on, it appears that Earthshaker is having some power issues. 18 seconds still on the clock. Looks like the scores are going to open. Give it up for Earthshaker. Monster Jam fans, this is your first opportunity right out of the gate to go ahead and score during the freestyle competition for Alex Barden and Earthshaker. As I said earlier, he's one of the fastest in the sport. It's no secret. And now he is looking to expand his freestyle skills and to take home a freestyle competition win this season. Scores are locked, and the score for Earthshaker is 5.520. That is your score to beat. Keep your attention up on the video board for the Super Glue Glue to the Action replay. There we see him hitting the pod real big, sending it big air up onto the pod. And there you see he gets a little stuck. Right there is where he lost some power. But his teammate is now ready to hit the track. It's Dino Man Cliff Turner in his rookie season here at Monster Jam. Give it up for Velociraptor.
Scoring is now open. Give it up for the Apex Predator, Cliff Turner in Velociraptor.
Monster Jam fans, Cliff Turner is looking to take home his first career competition win so far on Arena Championship Series West. I want to point out a fun fact about him. Not only is he a superstar behind the wheel of this 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck, he also works on his truck, turning wrenches to make sure that dinosaur is performance ready. The score for Velociraptor is 6.241, new leader and new score to beat. Cliff Turner really showing how much dedication he has to Monster Jam, piloting Velociraptor in his rookie season. And there you see it once again, sending that truck across the pod during a great freestyle run. We're gonna keep it with the dinosaur family from Oak Harbor, Washington. It's that Apex Predator. Give it up for Carson Williams, Thunder Roris. Hang on a second, Monster Jam fans. It appears that Thunder Roris has come to a halt with 32 seconds still on the clock. A little unsure what's happening with that 12,000 pound. Oh, it looks like he's good to go.
Lock those scores in now and let me hear you roar for the dinosaur. Give it up for Carson Williams in Thunder Roris.
Carson Williams in his third season in Monster Jam, piloting this truck. It's no secret how excited he is to be behind the wheel each and every city so far this season. He has come out, he has gotten bigger and better and stronger every single time. And there you see he's even showing some disco moves. Excited about that run. Scores are locked at judgeszone.com. The score for Thunder Roris is 7.032. New leader, new score to beat. One more time for Carson Williams. There you see it right there, an aerial shot of that big air in that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck as Carson Williams dominates the entire track. I mean, only being in his third season and managing to be able to cut corners as quickly as he does is quite impressive to watch. But Monster Jam fans, while we have a break in the action, let's talk a little bit more about St. Jude. Currently, we have Monster Dalmatian in the lead for the most donations so far, Blake Granger. Shout out to him again for coming up here and sharing his personal story and connection with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. But right behind him, I can see Gravedigger Matt Cody is also racking up quite a few donations so far. Keep in mind, we're going to be announcing our St. Jude ambassador of the event tonight. Monster Jam fans, go ahead and scan the QR code while you still have some time before we announce our winner. So far, once again, for the BKT overall event point standings, Monster Mutt Dalmatian is in the lead so far, sweeping the competition. El Toro Loco is right behind him. Gravedigger and then Earthshaker and Jurassic Attack currently are neck and neck. We'll see what Tim Hall Jr. does when he comes out during a freestyle. And then Thunderosaurus, Velociraptor, and Megalodon, each with 2 points. We've seen 2 of them from the dinosaur family. We still need to see Megalodon to see how the point standings will end up during Monster Jam Freestyle. More coming up in just a bit. Our next competitor from Williamsport, Maryland, the 2024 Arena Series West champion. Please help me welcome Matt Cody, Gravedigger. Monster Jam fans, hang on. Gravedigger has come to a pause with 19 seconds still on the clock. There you can see our USHRA tech official is coming out to make sure that Monster Jam truck is still up and running so that Matt Cody can complete his run. Off to a really great start with great momentum. It's a shame that he's come to a pause. We'll find out in just a moment if he will be able to continue his run or if this is it for Matt Cody. Looks like he's revving that engine. Let's pump him up, Sacramento. And it looks like he's going for that 8-pack Morgan and Morgan backflip. And he sends it, landing on all 4 BKT tires with some moonwalk action.
Scoring is now open. Lock 'em in and get loud for Matt Cody and Gravedigger.
I've got to tell you, Monster Jam fans, I don't know what was more exciting, seeing Matt Cody land yet another Morgan and Morgan backflip or the roar that I heard from everyone inside of Golden One Center. Monster Jam fans, did you love to see it? Matt Cody, one of our veteran drivers, I've said it once, I'll say it again, he has earned his seat behind the wheel of that black and green wrecking machine. He's proud of that run as he stands on top of that 12,000-pound truck. Currently, the score to beat belongs to Thunderosaurus with a 7.032. And the score for Gravedigger is 9.452, new leader and new score to beat. Matt Cody's been in the game for quite some time, already accumulating 3 freestyle wins so far this season. He's looking to take home another. There you see it again from another angle. As he approaches that 8-pack Morgan and Morgan backflip, cool, calm, and collected, hits the ramp, lands it on all 4 BKT tires, but then you see him slide back in a little bit of a moonwalk action. But we still have more coming up. Speaking of which, ready to take a bite out of the track. It's our 2023 Rookie of the Year, Ashley Sanford, Megalodon. She's revving that engine and she wants to see those shark arms in the air, Sacramento. And there we see it, a technical skill mid-freestyle run. Nothing can stop Ashley Sanford on the track. I may have spoken too soon. It looks like Megalodon has come to a pause with 16 seconds on the clock. She'll have an opportunity to see if she can refire. Looks like she can. Sacramento, let me hear you.
Scoring is now open. Lock 'em in for Ashley Sanford in Megalodon.
I've got to say, even though her momentum was slowed down during this run, still a great run from Ashley Sanford. She completed the full 75 seconds, and she qualifies for that score at judgeszone.com. She has one freestyle win already this season. It took place a couple of weeks ago in Reno, Nevada. Can she take home one here in Sacramento, California? She's a California kid from Fullerton. Scores are locked at judgeszone.com, and the score for Megalodon is 7.770, enough for second place so far. One more time for Ashley Sanford. And if you keep your eyes on the super glued to the action replay, there we see a technical skill up on the nose of that shark in a stoppy mid-freestyle run as she lands up on the pod on all four BKT tires. But coming up next, our reigning World Finals freestyle champion. Let me hear you get loud for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Right into a stoppie on the nose of that puppy dog, and his momentum continues. Picture perfect air and execution.
Lock in those scores and get loud for Blake Granger in Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Monster Jam fans, there we see it right up on the screen. Blake Granger really dominated the track the entire time. Big air from jump to jump, and he even tossed in a technical skill. There he is, out of the window of that puppy dog, proud to say he piloted it throughout this event. This is Blake Granger's very first time competing in Sacramento, California. So far, he is sweeping the event with 2 competition wins. Can he take home another? The score for Monster Mutt Dalmatian is 8.769, enough for second place. Also, Monster Jam fans, I just have received word that Blake Granger is our St. Jude ambassador of the event. One more time, make some noise for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Coming up next, representing Team Throttle Monster, he's from Cadillac, Michigan. Let me hear you get loud for Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack.
Trying to keep him up. Yeah. Monster Jam. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, bro.
Clock is paused right at 10 seconds with Tim Hall Jr. still having time. It looks like his run is complete. One more time for Tim Hall Jr. He did complete at least 15 seconds of his run, so he qualifies for a score. Just a moment ago, you saw him do a hand motion indicating that there's some breakage happening with that Monster Jam truck. We'll receive some word, hopefully, from our pit reporter, Alex Miniak, in the back. Nonetheless, still a great run from Tim Hall Jr. He's already taken home multiple freestyle competition wins so far this season. Can he take home more? Tim Hall Jr. has been behind the wheel for a few years now. He started in 2023. Let's see where he lands in the competition. The score for Tim Hall Jr. is 5.783, enough for 6th place. Make some noise one more time for Jurassic Attack. There you see it, Jurassic Attack on the track. A really great start, jumping up onto the pod. But we have another competitor that is already set on the track, celebrating 25 years since the debut of that crazy bull. Our 2025 Fall Stadium Series champion, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Scoring is now open. Lock 'em in for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco.
Final opportunity to score at judgeszone.com. Armando Castro just showed us why he is a former world champion. He showed off his two-wheel skills. He hit every side of the pod. He executed combinations. There he is, proud of that run. He wants you to scream, Monster Jam fans. Having been behind the wheel for quite some time, he just showed why he is a veteran driver. But was it enough for a high score? The score for El Toro Loco is 8.634, a great score, enough for third place, which means your freestyle winner is Grave Digger. Matt Cody is taking home 8 points, but your overall event champion is Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Monster Mutt Dalmatian, Blake Granger, taking home a total of 23 points today in Sacramento, California. His first overall event championship in Sacramento. 8th overall event championship of the season thus far. And there you can see him very proud of that achievement once again here in Monster Jam. Blake Granger wants to hear you get loud. He wants to hear you bark. Where's his dogs at, Monster Jam fans? Each time we come out here in Monster Jam, Blake Granger demonstrates why he is a 4-time series champion, as well as our reigning World Finals freestyle champion. We'll hear from him once again in just a moment. I know he's proud of his successes so far. Let's get loud, Golden One Center, one more time for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. He's joined up on the pod right now by his crew chief, Chad Triplett, a.k.a. Tractor, who spends time making sure that Puppy Dog is up and running before every single event.
You're winning like it's no big deal, you know. It's like you come into a new town and you're like, I'll bring Monster Mutt Dalmatian in here. It doesn't matter, size of the track, whatever. Pods, obstacles, ruts, you name it, you conquer it all. Another BKT overall event championship.
100%, man. It goes back to what I said earlier. You got to believe in yourself, and anything is possible. You know, you never doubt yourself, and you just keep pushing. Even when you get knocked down, you get back up. Even when you think it won't happen, you never give up. And that's been my motto my whole life. And I've been a winner my whole life because of that one reason right there. But did you guys have fun in Monster Jam? Let me hear you. And hey, we still got 3 more events left. If you had fun tonight, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell all your friends. MonsterJam.com. Come see us. Let's have some fun here in Sacramento. And that one more question for you, baby. Where my dogs at? Hoo, hoo.
Blake Granger, your BKT overall event champion. Now here with Matt Cody, driver of Grave Digger and freestyle winner. You and I were talking by the Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp during trackside prior to today's event. We talked about squaring up that backflip and what it takes. And again, you nailed it to perfection. That's what you do as a Grave Digger driver.
Yeah, you know, I hit it a little harder than I normally would. I got shut off, man, right there. You're facing right at the backflip ramp, and you got shut off. And it's just like, no, let me go for these fans, because I know that Sacktown loves Monster Jam, and they love seeing some big backflips, especially from Gravedigger. So I was glad to get fired back up. And, man, I did a backflip to a moonwalk. First time I've ever done that. It might have not been the best or the craziest, but it was cool for me, and I had a blast. And like Blake said, we got 3 more events. Tell everybody, come back out, hang out with us tomorrow for 2 and 1 on Sunday. Until next, Sacramento, did you guys have fun at Monster Jam? Let me hear you.
Matt Cody, Gravedigger, your freestyle champion.
Congratulations again to Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, for not only winning the overall event championship, but also being crowned our St. Jude ambassador of the event. Jack, so much happened tonight in Sacramento. This is my first time here, and yours as well. But what was your favorite highlight?
What a great city to be in for Monster Jam, am I right? Sacramento has treated us well, but I think the story of the night is the rich get richer, and that is Monster Mutt Dalmatian, Blake Granger, again having an incredible showing, getting even more points. I think the rest of the field, they're going to fight as hard as they can, but if they're not careful, Blake Granger is going to start running away with this thing.
I agree. Monster Jam fans, we don't know what's going to happen coming up soon, but we do know we do have 3 more events taking place right here at Golden One Center. I'm looking forward to seeing it, and I had a great time. Once again, my name is Unissa Cruz, your play-by-play host. On behalf of myself, Jack Farmer, as well as our pit reporter Alex Miniak, and everyone at Feld Entertainment, we hope you did too. We had a great time. Congrats again to the Sacramento Kings, and we'll see you at the next Monster Jam.